Okay, so we're going to use f of x equals x as the parent function. We talked about parent functions already. And parent functions just mean those are the things that are our main functions, and then everything else branches off of it. And then we're going to transform these things and talk about what's happening. It's pretty simple. F of x just means y. Okay, it means y equals x. So that means it would start at 0 and it would go up 1 and over 1. Okay? So you'd have a line that does something like that. And so let's go ahead and graph that line. There's my parent function. Okay? So I have my parent function, which is, again, y equals x, or f of x equals x. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and graph these other functions and just kind of look at them and see what happens, okay? So let's look at g of x equals 2x minus 3. Well, that's going to tell me I'm going to start at negative 3, all right? And then it tells me my slope is 2, so that means I'm going to go up 2 and then over 1 because there's a fraction there that has to have that 1. All right? I'll do that 2 times. I'm going to go ahead and graph that. Let's graph that in red. Okay, so how is this red line changed? Well, as I discussed earlier, if I change the b, which I did, it's going to shift vertically, right? And if I change the slope, which I did, it's going to rotate. So to describe this, it has rotated, right? It also shifts vertically, right? But it's going down how many units? 3. Okay, it goes down 3 units. And so that's kind of what we're doing here. Just kind of looking at it and seeing what's happening. Okay, so let's take a look at the next one here. Let me go ahead and just move this over just a little bit for you so you can see it. All right, let's look at the next one. All right, so we want to do h of x equals negative 1/2 x. So that tells me I'm going to start at 0 because there's no b. I'm going to go down 1 and over 2. Let's plot that one in pink. Well, that is like completely changed. But really, it did not move, it just rotated, right? Because I hadn't changed the b. So I just want to go ahead and put on here that it rotates. And that's because I changed the slope. All right, our final one is j of x, which is x plus 6. So I'm going to start at 6. And I'm going to go up 1 over 1. Let's go ahead and draw that line. And let's use orange this time. Okay, so this is comparing this to our parent function, which is the blue one. Every one of these we've compared to the blue one. I'm just graphing them all on the same thing to look at it. But when we talk about this one, it didn't rotate at all because the slope did not change. The slope stayed 1. It just vertically shifted. So this thing went up vertically, right? And it went up. It went up 6 units because I've changed b by 6. And so that's kind of what we're talking about when we're doing transformations. We're just looking for what happens to these things as they move, okay, from the parent function, okay?